Hi, it's Ryan from Nights Around a Table, and this is my wonderful daughter, Isabel.
Hello.
And if you're wondering how I did that fade-in intro, it's because, I've got so much stuff to say to you, I can't even begin. We're gonna unbox a game today that nobody cares about. Just like last week, we unboxed a game. The point wasn't the unboxing of the game. The point was to talk about sort of like equipment upgrades to the channel. So we're trying to fix a couple of things that went on last week. If you haven't seen last week's video, go check that out. Got a few new pieces of gear, still a few more on the way that will facilitate all kinds of stuff, enabling me to do no edit videos or less edit videos. So that fade in is because what I'm doing is taking the live to tape setup that I've got here, where I can switch between, overhead camera and forward facing camera, and I don't have to edit all that together meticulously like I did before. But then I noticed, like, if I mention stuff, like I just off the top of my head, I thought like, a picture of a turtle, and then like a picture of a turtle wouldn't show up because I don't have that queued up, and I wouldn't have it queued up because it just, was stream of consciousness kind of thing. But if I take this thing and put it in the edit suite later, it's not a big deal to add a picture of a turtle. Beautiful, there it is. You see it, right? Just shared hallucination. It's there, trust. So I think that's maybe a happy medium. I can get my fade-ins, I can get my fade-outs, I can put my pictures of turtles up there, and we're good. We have had a heck of an afternoon, and if you want to see a picture of patience, it's Isabel right here, because she sat so well and so abidingly while I futzed around with a million different pieces of equipment. Wanted to fix the audio issue from last week's video, and I think we've done that. I wanted to change the overhead camera. So now this is the overhead camera. I'm using a new piece of software, which is the OBS camera plugin for OBS. But as you can see, you'll be able to see it really well if I clap. Like there's like a huge delay on that, like a second delay or something. So I'm still not happy with that. That piece of software is 20 bucks. I'll probably be refunding it, but it won't matter anyway because there's a webcam coming in the mail, like I said, some point down the road. All the webcams are sold out, but when this thing eventually comes here, I'll be using that for the overhead camera. We won't have to rely on goofy, cell phone stuff. But if you ever see people saying, oh, hey, you can turn your iPhone into a webcam, it's no problem, you just get this software. They lie. They lie horribly. Don't believe them. But the huge delay, there was a little like side quest where I tried to get a really old Microsoft webcam working, and when we did, this is like no good on Windows 10. When I finally got it working, it was like this big. It was like, remember webcams back in the day? So that's how big the picture was. So that didn't work too well. So we got rid of that. But the big problem was that we kept hearing this buzz from the microphone. You remember last week, the mic was really, really hot. I was pinging. Hopefully I'm not now. I can't hear. I don't know well enough how to do a proper sound check, but hopefully it's okay now. But man, when we were testing this afternoon, we've got this cool double-headed lavalier. So each person can wear a microphone and we can talk together. Isabel, if you say something right now.
Hello.
You'll notice she's a little bit quiet. She's not wearing the double-headed lavalier. That's because the double-headed lavalier is evil. We were wearing it each, and you remember that we used toupee tape to glue the microphone to our boobies, which is pretty ridiculous, and it hurts taking it off. Does it hurt you taking it off?
No.
She's got a little less hair on her chest. She's got no hair on her chest, but it hurts me like the dickens. So we were wearing this stupid thing, and we kept getting this buzz, and we tried, switch on, switch off, 48 kilohertz to 41 mega dodos. I don't even know what I was trying everything, this up, this down, this sideways, and every permutation in between. Plug it into the camera, plug it into the Zoom, plug it into the laptop. Just, we couldn't get rid of this stupid buzz. And finally I opened up the video from last week and I said, Isabel, look at the video from last week. Do you hear the buzz? And we listened and there was no buzz. And then it dawned on me. The difference between last week and this week is the microphone. So I'm wearing the microphone from last week, but this filthy, evil thing, this double-headed lavalier, there's an impedance issue. So there's your part, right? Let's create the scene of the crime. That was hers. Where's mine? Ugh, stupid thing. This was mine. This was the culprit. Hours of troubleshooting, and this was it. So it works when we go to recording with it, but it doesn't work when we're doing it live to tape. lesson learned. And it only took 2.5 hours to figure it out. No problem. So Isabel's here partly because you probably found that intro super boring and I wanted to have some sort of interesting component to the video. But this came in from Rio Grande Games a while ago. It's been on the shelf for a long time. When it came in, Isabel thought she hadn't been in a video yet. In fact, this week's Wingspan video was the first time that you would have ever seen her on the channel, except for that one, the thumbnail of her pointing a gun to her head, which was very well received, I have to tell you. So Isabel, when she saw this come in, she said, oh, I'd be interested in unboxing this or playing this with you. It is called The Way of the Bear. It's part of a number of family games that Rio Grande sent my way, including Butterfly and Caravan. We haven't played any of those, have we? We've unboxed them, but yeah, they didn't hold a whole lot of interest for us because my kids are a little bit older. How are you? How old are you?
I'm 11.
She thinks that I don't know how old she is. I was asking so that you could tell them I know how old I was there when you debuted. So Isabel's 11, so it's a little bit old for something like Butterfly. She didn't play Caravan with us, but tell me why can you actually see she knows how the channel works. It's basically put on a black t-shirt and put something stupid on your head. So she's got her polar bear ears on. Why this game? Why were you interested?
It's cool because it has bears, and it's kind of fun to play animals sometimes. I don't know, that sounds really weird. I'm not a furry.
No, she's not a furry, promise. But do you know what the title means? The title's a play. Do you get it? Do you get the reference? Probably not.
I recognize it.
So if I were to replace the word bear with the way of the blank, what would you put in the blank? The way of the... So, I think I'm getting this right. I might not even know myself, but there is a kung fu master named Bruce Lee. Have you heard that name before?
Yeah.
He used to be a stuntman in movies, and then he started getting leading roles in all these kung fu movies. He's amazing at kung fu and martial arts stuff. He's incredible. And he was in Enter the Dragon, is his big famous movie. And it might not have even been Bruce Lee. The Way of the Fist was a kung fu movie that might have starred Bruce Lee. I'm going to have to check on that. I don't even know, but that's the idea. The Way of the Fist. That's what the parody title is. And you've got bears, and you've got a big fat panda who knows martial arts, which reminds you of Kung Fu Panda, of course. So I don't even know what kind of game it is. If we were to flip it over, would you be able to guess what kind of game that is based on the picture on the back?
I would guess that it's like you're building territory or traveling through the land collecting stuff.
I think you're right on the second count. It looks like a traveling through the land, collecting things. But do you think there's an area control aspect to it? Yeah. You know what? I have no idea. Why don't you grab the craft knife and we'll crack into it right now and take a look. The craft knife. Now, unlike Cassie, I trust. Go ahead. I trust Izzy implicitly with the craft knife. Maybe not after 2.5 hours of troubleshooting tech equipment. She might have different ideas about what to cut. But yeah, go ahead. You can go ahead. I'll talk over you. Do. Oh, you need instructions on. I'm wrong. I don't trust her implicitly. Yeah, you just go in this groove right here, and then you go in this groove right here, and then you go in that groove right here, and then we can peel the shrink. Okay, yeah, go for it.
Hope I don't laugh.
No, you can laugh. That's fine. It's hilarious. Opening boxes is the most hysterical thing ever. That's why these videos have such high viewer counts. Okay. So the reason why I trust Isabel implicitly with my precious craft knife is because Isabel is a very, very crafty individual. She makes all kinds of cool stuff. She's a cosplayer. She builds costumes. She builds props. So really neat stuff. What's the coolest thing that you've ever built, do you think? With
my infinity gauntlet.
Right, she built an infinity gauntlet out of foam and like spray painted it gold. Looks wicked. What else did you build recently?
I built a staff out of a broken broomstick.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. She got this broken broomstick. Thinks, oh, okay, wizard staff. You know, what do we think? Garbage. So pretty neat. She's a pretty crafty individual.
Huh?
I think you're good. You can. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Do it. Yeah, do it. I mean, this is why you're here. Oh my gosh, that's it. Get out of the video. All right, flip it over and let's let the box fartometer do its thing. Oh, we got one! What would you say to that? Box fartometer is 2? I'm gonna say 2.
I was gonna say 3, but
She was gonna be generous and give it a 3, but you know what? The box fartometer is scientifically infallible instrument, so if it says 2, we gotta go with 2. And the nice thing about editing the thing after the fact was I didn't even think last week there was no box fartometer on the screen because I didn't think, duh, that's a dynamic, in the moment thing. Believe me, there's nothing canned or phony about the box fartometer, but now that I'm doing a little bit of editing after the fact, we can have it up on the screen. Show the people what you found inside the box. That's kind of nice. Ooh. Very nice. Nice, yeah, illustrated box liner. Same artwork, this artwork they have on the back, but it looks pretty cool. What do we have off the top? An instruction booklet. Crack that puppy open. Tell them how many pages. Yeah, show the camera, show the camera. Super thin, right? So this is one of their family game offerings. You don't want to overload people with instructions. And then we have tokens off the top. I mentioned that these things kind of look like the rugs in Animal Crossing, but you got tokens for, what are these, like bedpans or urns? I don't even know. These are bear statues. Big, when you get one token like that that's different than the rest.
Probably a start player.
Yeah, it's probably a start player marker, you're right. So a golden kind of like Buddha bear statue.
A mini frisbee.
A mini frisbee, indeed. And then what else do we have here? You can do this. You can do that one, and I'll do this one, but do it on camera, whatever happens.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. I think these are, what would you call these? What components do you think these are?
Player boards.
Player boards for sure.
Yeah.
So there's one with each bear represented. So turn them so the overhead camera can see them. Yeah, there we go. Okay, they look nice. Any comments? Yeah, okay, cool.
It looks like you are collecting stuff to sell it or get cards.
Yeah, or something like a set collection kind of thing maybe. And then, oh look, the board is like a puzzle piece kind of thing. That's kind of fun. Yeah. Pull that out, and then I'll pull this one out. Whoa, yeah, look at that. And I don't know if they puzzle piece together like optionally. No, I don't think they do. So if you, here, let's get this out of here. Yeah, you put it together like that. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. I don't know why they didn't just hinge the whole board. That's kind of a weird... Oh, you know what? I bet you anything I know the reason. Can you figure it out? I bet you anything that it's a player count thing. So when there's a lower player count, instead of doing 2 sides of the board, boom, they do that, and that's probably what's going on, right? Cool, all kinds of little villages to visit. And then I think you're like, oh, what's next in the box? Why don't you take a look?
Awesome! Like gummy bear statues.
Yeah, cool. I saw these on the back of the box. I thought you'd find them kind of neat. All right, bring them to the camera so we can see.
Gummy-ish.
Are they rubbery?
Like rubbery, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
How do they?
weird.
How do they? Don't even. Don't. So what colors do you have? You have orange, and you have black, and you have white. Ooh, look at this, and you have blue. One for each of the bears that we saw. But check that out. Ooh.
Huh. It's like
It's kind of
not
a nice.
felt, and it's not
It's a nice drawstring bag. Yeah, it's got.
a bear on it.
And you know what? I give Rio Grande a heck all the time because their inserts are really bad, but this one actually looks cool. Like, yeah, it's neat. There's some thought that actually went into it. So that's a refreshing change from most of what we see from them, including some of the higher end games. Like, I always, Race for the Galaxy is such a popular game, such a famous game, and then the insert is just like, abyss. It's terrible. And then a pack of cards. If you were to estimate how many cards are in that deck, what number would you put on that? You just eyeball it. 32,000, yeah, 32,000. So you're approximately right. I think there's about 32,000 in there.
Or 64.
I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna open this myself. So can you throw me the craft? Don't throw me the craft knife. But oh, you know what? Oh, by the power of my thumbnails, I've almost got it. Who needs a craft knife? Oh my gosh, we're finding...
Toilet upstairs.
Yeah, I hear the toilet upstairs too. We're finding faster way to do things all the time. So normally I would have edited the toilet out. It's not really the toilet. It's not the toilet flushing, but every once in a while the toilet's just like, oh, you're trying to do something that requires silence in the basement. For like 15 seconds. So we have a couple of cards here. Take one stele of your choice from one of the temples. Take one stele. So there's steles. Do you know what a stele is?
No.
I forget. I think it's a carving. So I wonder if the statues are steles. I thought stele meant carving, but I could be wrong. You have the benefit of going to dictionary.com while you're watching this. Or maybe you're a smart person and you already know what it means. But these are all cards that talk about grab, switch position of the two adjacent pieces. So yeah, you're bouncing around this map, picking up coins and tokens, and whoever has the most, I'm sure, wins.
The statues remind me of Merida because the witch has like carvings of a million bears. And Sully.
Yeah, and Sully.
Sullivan from...
Sullivan from Monsters, Inc.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that they're big and chunky?
I'm pretty sure you can see him as a secret because he likes their secrets.
Right, he's an Easter egg.
Yeah.
But what culture is depicted in Brave?
Vikings. they oh wait, no, Irish?
Close, you get there. Basically Irish, Scottish. Totally.
How did I
And
guess this? It
what
was
culture is
bad
depicted in which culture is depicted in this game or attempted?
like Japan or China.
Yeah, it's more. I think China because they're pandas,
China,
right?
yeah.
And pandas are Chinese. Yeah. So I think we don't know. Not the brightest or most culturally adept individuals on the planet. That is the unboxing, really an excuse to try out this new tech. Do you think it went? Do you think we're going to pause the video and find out that it worked?
Hopefully.
Yeah, because if not, I got nothing else for you this fine Friday. Thank you for watching. We'll see more of Isabel probably in another video. How was that wingspan? Did you like doing wingspan?
That was fun.
Would you ever do it again?
After.
It's tiring, isn't it?
Yeah. I would do it again.
Well,
I feel like I would want more time to go over the script.
Yeah, and you know what? The thing with the wingspan video, if you watch it this week, is I wrote that script. It was 3/4 finished, and I wrote it for myself. So I used, the big fancy 15-cent words that I like to use to try to sound like I know what I'm talking about. And then my wife Cheryl said, hey, why don't you get the girls to do it instead? So when I sat down and had them do it, it wasn't a girl-appropriate script at all. Like, you had, they were stumbling over the words, and it wasn't the way a kid would talk or is used to reading.
Like 3 and 3 and...
Yeah, Cassie had some...
numbers, but...
Yeah, Cassie has a funny thing where she finds THs difficult, THs and Fs. Anyway, it was a challenging script. I think they rose to the occasion. If you'd like to see them do more stuff, let me know in the comments. Meantime, thank you very much for being patient with us and watching this video as we're still trying to work out some of the kinks. See you next time. Did you just watch that whole thing? Oh, hey, to 100% this video, click the badge to subscribe and then click the bell to get notifications when I've got new stuff.